Hi guys, today I wanted to do Riley's 17-month update, and I'm really working with a very small pocket of time, so I need to bang this out as quick as possible. This entire past month, Riley has been going through her 10th leap, so it has been a very difficult month just regarding dealing with her leaping behaviors. This leap specifically has a lot to do with her learning her boundaries and me having to set those boundaries for her, so we've had a lot of tantrums in dealing with that. But even with that going on, when I look back on the month, it has actually been a very positive and happy month, and it's been a really fun month for me because she has been showing her personality so much this month. She's just been pulling so many more jokes and just been like so much more playful this past month. I mean, of course, she always has been, but I just feel like these have been, her personality has been coming out even more. One of the things this past month is the weather has been getting a lot nicer here in England, and I think because of that, she's been playing very differently. So in the past, she did a lot of imaginative play inside of the house with her toys, but this past month, she's just been wanting to go outside all the time. And she has learned, where her shoes are, where her coat is, and there are specific shoes that she knows how to put on by herself. She doesn't know the difference between her left foot and her right foot, but she can get the shoes on, so sometimes they're on the wrong feet, but she can get them on, and she will come up to me either with her coat in hand, if it's someplace where she can get it, or if it's out of her reach, she will just stand there and whine until I can get it for her. If my shoes are out or if my coat is out, she will grab one of those and bring that up to me to try to be like, let's go outside. And I do try to take her out when I can if she asks. So sometimes if she asks to go outside, I will just drop what I'm doing and take her outside. It just depends on what I'm doing because I do want to always encourage her to play outside. Obviously that's not always possible because priorities, right? But I do actually consider her my priority. So if I can drop what I'm doing, I try to. Especially because I want to encourage her to enjoy playing outside over playing inside. One of the other things, sorry, I'm looking down at my notes, is she's been climbing everything this past month. She climbs the toilet, she climbs into drawers, which is dangerous, except thank God they're all safe. She climbs stools, she climbs this vanity, she climbs everything. So that's really fun. So what's going hand in hand with that is I'm trying to teach her how to get down from things very safely. I will say that definitely one of her strengths has always been her motor skills. So it's not been too hard to teach her how to be safe because she's very cautious with her movements. And ever since she started walking, I feel like she's always been as graceful as you could expect a toddler to be. She puts a lot of thought into her movements most of the time. Obviously not all of the time, but she very rarely falls for a toddler. She's just very sturdy on her feet. And even she has very good balance. So I'll often see her like almost fall and she just catches herself. Like before she even falls, like she'll catch her balance. Or a lot of times if she does fall, she very rarely has a really bad hard fall. Most of the time, if she does actually fall, she catches herself before she falls. Like she knows she's going to fall, so she will like brace herself. So I don't see her having like nearly as many tumbles as other toddlers do. Also going along with her having like her motor skills be her strength is her fine motor skills. So she is really good just with her hands. Like she loves doing puzzles and she'll like twist them around to like get them to fit into place. She's really been loving her threading beads this past month, and she's just really quick about getting the beads onto the string, or she also uses these sticks to thread. Yeah, she's just got really good fine motor skills, I feel like. Also with eating, like she's so much cleaner than she used to be. Like she can like really get food into her mouth, and cleaning up after her has gotten so much easier after meal times, especially because she also doesn't throw as much. So that combined with her like having really good aim from bowl to mouth has helped a lot. So going along with her motor skills being her strength, I will say that her weakness in the past, and when I say weakness, I don't mean it as a negative, I just mean every baby has things that they're more focused on figuring out how to do, so they have other things that are going to be on the back burner. So for Riley, the thing that she had on the back burner was, in the past, she showed basically no interest in speaking. Not no interest, she just had very little interest in speaking and using her words. But this month has definitely been the month where she suddenly has been showing a lot of interest in talking, and that has been really, really fun to experience for her to use her words, and for me to see how proud of herself she is when she uses a word and she realizes that I understand what she's saying. Like, she just, I mean, she gets this like cheeky little look on her face where she's just so happy and so proud of herself, and she just seems like really excited. And that's been really, really lovely, really lovely. So as examples, she's started asking for things by using her words, and when she gets that exact thing, she's just been like, you can see that her reaction is just, her whole face lights up. So she's, one of the things that she likes to ask for is food. So she knows how to say cucumber, banana, and orange, and she's asked for all three of those on different occasions, and when she gets them, she's just proud as punch. So obviously she doesn't say the words perfectly. For cucumber, the closest to cucumber she can say is cucumb. She doesn't say cucumber. Orange, she says orange, orange, orange. And it doesn't come out exactly the same every time. It's like she's still working on it. And then she can say banana, except I can't even say how she says banana. Basically, she can say banana, but it's so broken up into syllables. But it's hard. It's funny. It's hard to imitate toddler speak sometimes. Other things that she asks for, bubbles. She loves blowing bubbles, so she will, point to the bubbles and ask for me to blow bubbles for her. And then when we're blowing bubbles, she'll say pop, pop, pop. This is actually a side note, but another funny thing she does with bubbles is, a lot of times when I'm blowing bubbles, she'll go hot, hot, hot. And that's because me and my husband, obviously, a lot of times will blow on our food and say to her, or like if she's eating something, like before I give it to her, I'll blow on it and I'll be like, it's hot, hot, hot. So she's associated blowing with the word hot. So she'll blow on her food when she's eating, regardless of whether it's hot or cold. And she'll say hot. But she also says hot now when I'm blowing bubbles, because she sees me blowing, and she just has that association, which is really, really funny. I'm just looking down at my notes. One of the other things is she's said hi and bye for like months and months now, but she's just started saying hello, which is really cute, because she says like, hello, hello, hello. So it's really cute because she doesn't say things the same way, because she definitely recognizes that she's not saying it the right way, so she'll kind of play around with how she pronounces things, because she's trying to get the sounds out of her mouth, but she doesn't know how to make them yet. So that's just really cute as well. What else? One of the other things, of course, she says is no. I had a really funny experience that I witnessed a couple weeks ago at her playgroup, where she was holding a toy and a little girl went to grab it from her hand, and Riley yanked her hand back, got a really cross look on her face, and was like, no, no, no. Obviously she got that from me when I say no, but it was just funny because watching her imitate basically me, I mean, she just looked so cross. Like, the look on her face was like, I mean, basically it was the look that I give her in like miniature 17-month-old version, which was really funny and cute. But basically, somebody wanted to take something from her and she stood her ground, so that was really, really adorable. But I definitely need to be careful now with how I am with her, because she's imitating me, and some of these behaviors, I don't want her to be selfish. I'm just looking through my notes to see what else I haven't gone over. So basically, physically, she's also had another growth spurt this past month. Basically, since Christmas, which was only a few months ago, she went from a 6 to 9 month sleeper to a 9 to 12 month sleeper, and now she's in a 12 to 18 month sleeper, and she's nearly outgrown them. Now, nearly could mean a lot of things, because she could have another growth spurt tomorrow, or it could be like another month or two before she has another growth spurt. But basically, if she has another growth spurt, she's going to be in the next size up sleeper as again. So she'll be in 18 to 24 months, or 2T, whatever you would call it. So that's really crazy. And then she's also been cutting another tooth this past month, and it's been taking ages. So Riley's basically had 6 teeth that kind of came in like back to back by the time she was 1 year old. And she hasn't had any new teeth come in since then. But she has had lots of teething episodes that have just been going on, you know, in her mouth, but they haven't cut through. But she has been cutting only one tooth that I can physically see on her top. It would be her top right. As I'm thinking when I look at her, it's her left. It's her top right. So she's got 4 teeth already on her top and 2 on the bottom. So she's getting another one on the top. And I can see it like coming out of the gum line, but it's not actually cut through yet as far as I know. I think that's it, guys. I mean, overall, it's been a really fun but challenging month. But I'm actually really looking forward to this month that we're going through right now, because I can't believe that my next update, she's going to be 18 months old. That is a year and a half. And that is just crazy to me, because I definitely feel like she just barely turned 1. And I feel like when she turned 1, I was like, 18 months is something that I've been looking forward to, just because I have a niece who is overseas, obviously, because I live in the UK and she is in the US. And I don't get to see her as often as I would like to, but I had very vivid memories of visiting my sister when she was 1.5 years old. So she was 18 months old. And I just remember how I interacted with her, and how she was able to interact with me. And I remember when Riley turned 12 months, I had just thought, oh, when she's 18 months, she's going to be so different, because I had an understanding of what a 1.5-year-old was like from my interactions with my niece. And it's crazy to think that next month Riley is going to be at that point. And she is starting to blossom into that type of behavior. Obviously, she's a completely different baby from what my niece was, because that's the beauty of children. But it's just crazy. I mean, when she turned a year old, like the thought of her being an 18-month-old was just something that I couldn't even imagine. And now we're almost there, and that's so crazy. But I'm really looking forward to it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to say goodbye, and I will see you for my next video, hopefully. Bye.